Hi everyone, Dominic Esposito. Here we go again. This is take 3. So we're live. I thought we were live the first time. I thought my microphone got messed up. The second time I was trying to put the titling, or I don't know, I deleted it. So I'm gonna do this clinic for the third time. So I guess this time I'll get it right. Okay. All right, thanks to our sponsors, for Tony, who owns Perimeter Lighting. Perimeter Lighting is great. Dr. Harrison for my glasses, billiard tables by Diamond, and all the rest of you. I love you guys. Okay, look, we're talking about 8-ball. We're talking about how to win 8-ball. Now, if you're a pro-am level player and you've got great offensive skills, fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to players that really struggle to try to win, and they're not really rack runners. So I'm going to give you some ideas, and Combat 8-ball is really a great strategy for having fun and winning. So, all right, let's go ahead and do this again. First, when you rack, tips on racking. Number 1. Yes, always have a stripe and a solid in the corners. That's the proper way. Make sure the 8-ball is in the middle. And those are the only 3 balls in an 8-ball rack you really need to care about. The rest of it, for all of you people doing all this ball moving and all just making noise, none of that matters. Even odd, even odd. Once you hit them, they're going anywhere. So stop thinking that matters. Here's what really can matter. When I'm playing you on this cloth and it's blue, you're going to see the 2-ball up front with the numbers straight up, because I want to put on your red cloth, I'm putting the 3-ball up front. And if you're a green cloth Valley player, I'm putting a 6-ball up front. And whatever color cloth you've got, I'm going to try to find that ball and put it up front, except I can't do it to the 8-ball. Why? Because when I match the color to the cloth, that disrupts your precision aiming. And since most amateur players don't really aim on the break shot, they just bust the balls, this is a great chance for you to get ball in hand so that they can scratch. How? If they miss this head-on hit by only 3/8 of an inch, left or right, from wherever they're shooting from, that's the carom angle to the side pocket. So you got a really good chance. And if they jack up the butt of their stick, the ball's jumping, that's why the balls are flying off the table. So this is disruptive for breaking. Okay, that's all I want to give you on that part. Next, when it comes to breaking, where do you put the cue ball? Well, if you're just going to power break, then I'd suggest a half a ball to the left or right of center. You could potentially break from a couple of inches out. Otherwise, you want to go 1 ball off the cushion, left or right side. And then use 2 tips down and 2 tips of outside English. Miss the head ball by no more than 1/8 of an inch. Try to push it even tighter if you can, 1/16 of an inch. And then 2 tips at bottom, 2 tips outside. And then that'll control that cue ball pretty decent. And it scratches. So there you have it. Now, my opponent has mishit the rack. If you mishit, you're going in the side pockets or the corner pocket. And that's pretty much what happens. If you're going to hit the second ball, you have to miss that head ball by not more than 1/8 of an inch, or you will be doing that. So now you can see how that works. Okay, next part is, now we start getting into strategy, picking suits. Stripes are solid, stripes are solid. You've got ball in hand. So we're going to start that way. Question number 1, is the table clear of complex clusters? Question number 2, is the 8-ball open and accessible to win? Question number 3, do I see an opening shot? Question number 4, can I run out? Do I see a pattern and I can run out? Or question number 5, do I have the confidence I can run that pattern? Now, if I say no to any one of those 5 questions, I'm on defense. That's how you'll know, offense or defense, unless you're playing at a pro or a very high skill level where you're just running out with great cue ball speed control. I want to control you and control the table. So I'm going to use those 5 questions You can go back and write them all down. And if you get a no to any one of those questions, you're on defense. Otherwise, you're on offense. So what are complex clusters? Well, they're not always just balls that are jammed up together, although that's a perfect complex cluster. The 9 can't get past the 3 here. This is partially a complex cluster. The 5 ball is blocking the corner pocket by a half a ball. Technically, this 12 ball to the corner would be a complex cluster. Now, another way for you to see a complex cluster is if I had that 1 ball there, even if it was here and the 13 were here, I can consider that the 1 ball's blocking the 13. So that would give me that kind of a feel. So I'm determining what suit do I want. At this point, I would rather determine what suit I want you to have. Because as I see this 2 stripes and the 7 ball right here, I see a perfect way to assure myself you're not running out with stripes and you're probably not running out with solids. So this cluster here gives me some good insight to work with. I don't like the 9 ball jammed up there, so far less favorable on the stripes here and then here. I've got a little bit of a mixture here going on, but in this case here, my 4 ball is blocking the 11 ball. I love it. Guess what? I want you to have stripes. So the way I'm going to do that with ball in hand is I'm going to sacrifice 1 player in order to get control of the table. And the player I would think I'd like to, I don't want the 4 ball because I don't want to open that up for you. I don't want the 3 ball because I don't want to open that up for you. I don't really want this 2 ball yet because I like keeping it close to this grouping right here. So I think the best one I'm going to use is a 5 ball because right after the 5 ball, I intend to play safe. And I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Okay, so very quickly, let's just go ahead and pocket this ball to start. And we're going to take it. I'll show you what I have in mind. I'm going to try to pull this ball back a couple of inches. Here you go. Perfect. It's just what I wanted. I'm going to get my Adjust the Pro Bridge Head by Larry Keller. I love this one. This is the one that I get total control over. You go look up Just the Pro. You tell Larry Keller, the drill instructor, told me to get one of these and maybe he'll give you a discount. But look at what I want to do with this right here. First things first, I'm going to get here. I'm going to control my level. I'm going to get right on this 7 ball. Watch what's going to happen, team. Open, open. Nice. Now, I don't want to lock up my opponent. I want him to start, or her, to start making balls. So what I did was I created a little pinch. The 2 ball is now blocking the 15, but I've opened this up so that I can start causing some aggravation. Now, I want to move a little bit ahead or this could become a 30-minute lesson. So let's go ahead and take a player who's got a little bit of skill. And what's going to happen is they're going to put the 12 ball in the side pocket there. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. They're going to get a little lucky to run a cue ball up here. And they're going to go ahead and they're going to take my 9 ball out. Let's go ahead and take care of getting that out of the way. They can't take the 11 ball off the table yet. Is the 10 ball open? Good. They saw the 10. They saw the 13. Did they get to the 14 yet? Yeah, they made the 14. I'm still blocked up pretty good with that 15. And my opponent is in a little bit of trouble. Maybe let's go ahead and just let him miss one more time. Okay, there you go. Now my opponent has got 1, 2. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, I'm winning 6-2. I wish he would have made that 11 ball though, because I like to score 6-1. So I'm going to instigate trying to help him make that 11 ball. But I want to be careful that I don't let him bust open the 11 and the 15, because right now I've got that 15 sewn up really nicely, okay? Can't get to the side pocket. My 3 ball's in the way. Can't get to any other pocket on the table other than banks. So I want to be real careful with how I do that. So let's get started. Ready? Here we go. Shot number 1. I own that hole. Now my opponent's going to go, can he see the 11? Oh, yeah, just see it. So let's cause some commotion. He messed up my whole safety down there. Not a problem. What am I looking at? He's got a 15, 11, and I'm going to start looking for places to, now that corner's in nice shape. I want to be careful because that corner and that corner is accessible for the 11. This is blocked. This is open here. I want to get a nice long shot. So how do I do that? Here we go. Ready? Watch this. Here we go. Take the 3 ball into the side. Get the cue ball all the way up there for me. Thank you. Now, he's going to fire at the 11. You know it, right? And there's a good possibility it's makeable or missable, but here's the thing I did. What kind of cue ball speed control? What's going to happen here? I'm playing another amateur player. Even if they make the 11, they're going to leave the cue ball flying down here somewhere. So let's just pretend my opponent made the ball, okay? And we're going to say, good for you, you made the ball. Let's get the cue ball down here in some happy. Now, what are we doing? Well, the 4 is blocking the corner. The 3 is blocking the corner. I could potentially bump into the 4. Let's just see if my opponent tries to make a fancy shot like that and get in there and come in off that 4 ball. Oh, okay. So now they own my hole, almost. But I still have a pretty good control here, right? Okay, here we go. Watch this. Shot number 1. What's he going to do? So what am I going to do? Get ball in hand. Okay, let's say maybe they make the ball. They don't make the ball. Nope, they didn't make the ball. I'm going to get ball in hand. What am I going to do next? Well, tell me. I got all this action going on here. How about if I were to just try to help my opponent like this? Ooh. Now what are they going to do? They gotta try to take a rail into the 8 ball or whatever. Okay, so let's just say, okay, they made a halfway decent hit. They didn't scratch. Oh, this is perfect. I'm about to spend the rest of this rack making sure they don't get any more shots. So I'm going to go down here to the 2 ball. Distance is my friend. Right? The 6 ball's blocking half the 8. I should be able to hit the side of it. We'll see. They thought they were going to bank it. I don't know. Here's another shot. Watch this. Ready? Okay? Because my 3 ball's blocking the 8 ball. This is blocking the corner pocket here. What other shot? We're going to try it in the side. Can I try it in this side? Well, you know, an amateur is probably going to try it. The problem is if I try it in this corner, I've got a pretty good angle potentially for scratching, and I'm going to cut it here. I've got a pretty good chance. The cue ball has some pretty good risk. So my opponent might decide, well, they're going to bank it in the corner. Okay, so they're going to take the long shot, and they're going to come all the way up here and try to bank it. If they make it, you clap your hands and you go, great shot, good win. Rack them up and go to the next one. But in the meantime, if that's where they're stuck again, team, listen, you could start controlling your opponent and controlling the table by moving these balls closer to the holes. Keep your opponent off the 8 ball. Here, let me show you an example. Take this 3 ball right here, okay? Just put it in, put it up, boom, block my 8 ball, okay? Now, maybe you don't have that much cue ball speed and object ball speed control, which you need to work on the drills I give you to do that. Work on cue ball speed and object ball speed defense drills, and I've given you those before. If you don't have them, you go on DITV and you get all those kinds of drills so you know the speeds to hit these balls with. But now it's my shot. Oh no, it's my opponent's shot. Maybe my opponent can see an edge of the ball. Yep, just barely see an edge. Oh, they messed up. Look what they did. They hit my ball. And I would expect that because there wasn't maybe an 1/8 of an inch to see that 8 ball. So what am I going to do next? Oh, I'm going to do something like this. 4 ball in the side. Good. Next ball. 7 ball. And there we go. Now, I've got a blocker for a bank. I've got a hard shot for a cut. All I'm doing is toying with the opponent to either save them, give them complex shots as I'm moving my balls closer and closer. Maybe he says bank it in the side pocket. No, they didn't make it. What do I have now? Well, look at, oh my goodness, look at what I have now. All I got to do is this. I could just bank the 7 ball, stop there it is. That's all I want. Now I'm going to get ball in hand again. And I'm going to get ball in hand 5 or 6 times till I've moved all these balls into easy, knock them into hole positions, and the game's over. That's combat 8-ball. That's the drill instructor way. So if you just don't want to be getting in trouble just running balls and making balls, just push, own the hole, and make them all when you get to the end. But as far as I'm concerned, look, he's blocked. I can't see the 8-ball. And if you play in a league where you can't use a jump cue, too bad. And on the other hand, if you don't know how to kick, ooh, I'm sorry about that. For those of you who do know how to kick, maybe you'll hit that 8-ball. Nope, I'm going to get ball in hand again. But if you didn't know how to kick, I taught you that the last couple of weeks. You should have found the center of these 2 balls, pivot to the mirror, say, where's the mirror? It's on that side, it's right there, because that's the rail I'm kicking to. So you know there's the spot right there, okay? So you get to that center, you point to that mirror, you pick up your cue, and you parallel shift, and then the next time you shoot, stop giving up ball in hand, and you're going to be better, right? I don't know, maybe. But as far as I'm concerned, I want to keep blocking you over and over and over. Here comes another one. You ready? Watch this. 2 ball. And you are now safe. The 6 ball's in your way again. See what I'm doing? I'm just pushing balls to the holes until you're ready to run out, and I'm going to make sure you don't see your 8-ball or any good. You're going to just have to come with a great shot. If you do it all, that's combat 8-ball. So stop just trying to make balls. Stop killing your men and your soldiers for nothing. Put them close to the holes, own the holes, lock up the holes, put the balls wherever they go. Look at, if you had to run out and this was your table and you had ball in hand again, what's your problem now? See, that's fun. Okay, I love you guys. Aim straight, shoot straight, split the pockets. That's the drill instructor way. And this is combat 8-ball. And I have to tell you, I love playing it, and so do my players. See you soon. God bless you. Bye-bye.